time clock. Will it be your master or your slave?
What's up, family? It's your man Jeff Kilgore, bag of goodies, back again. You already know how we do it. We deal with business and mind all intertwined. And today we're going to talk about how you can become a new business owner using that new mindset. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Welcome back, family. It's your man Jeff Kilgore again, and you already know, no filler, no fluff, just straight facts. We're gonna get right to the value. All right, let's get started. Now, by the end of this video, you're gonna understand how you can become a business owner using your newfound mindset that we're gonna speak about today. All right, let's get right to it. Now, first things first, in order to become a business owner, period, you're gonna have to shift from an employee mindset to an entrepreneurial mindset. There's a lot of different factors involved with this shift in your thinking. However, it can be broken down pretty simple. The basis of an employee mindset is this. When you're an employee, you're trading time for money. So you can go as in depth with this as you want, but when it's all broken down, when it comes down to it, you're trading your time for money. So you go to work, you work for 2 weeks, and you're expecting to get paid a paycheck, a set amount at the end of those 2 weeks. Or whether you get paid by, a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it is, you're on a fixed salary. And so you trade your time for their money. Now, normally this really doesn't have a lot of bearing on how good of a job you do. As long as your key card still works, or your badge, or however you enter the building when you go to work, as long as that's still working, you're gonna get paid whatever the agreed upon salary is. Every 2 weeks, every month, every week, whenever it is that you get paid, this is employment. So whatever you agreed to get paid, whatever they agreed to pay you, after you've done your week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, then you're gonna get paid. Now, there's a cap on that. Exactly. Like I said, you're gonna get what you guys negotiated for your salary. Now, you may get a little more if you put in more time. Again, you're trading time for money. So you could do a few hours of overtime. Over time, you're giving them more of your time for money. Now, the reason is that this is not the most desirable way of earning income or earning a living is because of this. At some point, you're going to run out of hours, or at least the hours that they will allow you to work overtime. It's only 24 hours in a day. Also, there's a cap on the amount of money that you can make because, again, you agreed upon a salary that you were hired at, and that's what they're going to pay you. Nothing more, nothing less, unless you do some overtime. Again, you're trading time for money. So at some point, that's going to run out. That time within the day, that's going to run out. Now, to switch that to an entrepreneurial mindset, what you're going to have to do is realize as an entrepreneur, then you don't trade time for money. Now, you're going to have to put in some time. You're going to have to put in some work, and it's going to take time. However, you're not trading time for money. You're trading value for money. You're trading results for money. So you're going to have to get out of that employee mindset of, man, if I just work longer hours, or if I just get up an hour earlier and go to work, and you're trading your whole day for whatever the salary is that you guys negotiated. There's a cap on it, and you just absolutely can't get any more unless you maybe get a second job where you're trading more of your time for money. This is no way to live unless you thoroughly enjoy and love what you're doing at this 9-to-5 job. I'm not trying to talk anyone out of having a 9-to-5 job if you love it, if it's something you absolutely love to do. Most people don't. Most people have jobs that they don't like. They're doing it because This is what they've been doing, is paying the bills. They don't see any other way. If they do see any other way, they haven't acted on it, haven't made that jump, that leap to try something different, right? But most people aren't in love with their 9-to-5 job. And so we want to become entrepreneurs, right? We want to be the boss. We want to have set our own schedule. Now, with entrepreneurship, there's no cap on it, right? So there's no salary that I negotiated with someone. As an entrepreneur, when I'm trading value to get money, when I'm trading results to get money, I'm basically saying, what kind of value can I add? What kind of results can I add to someone that in return, they'll give me money? And can I do this over and over and over and create a business? And so you have results, you have value that you're offering to people, and people in turn give you money for the value that you offer, right? So you have to declare in your own mind, part of this mindset shift, you have to declare, I provide value for my money. I don't provide time for my money. I don't go to work and clock in for my money. I provide value. I provide results for my money. So this way, your mindset can begin to shift to, how can I add value to this person's life so that in turn, this person can provide me with money, right? And depending what type of business you're in or what type of business you would like to go into, then you have to decide, what kind of value can I offer to someone? How much value? How can I make that value even better than the usual value that's offered in this industry or this niche or whatever industry you're in, whatever field that you're thinking about going into? How can I make mine better? How can I add more to it? How can I give someone more for what they'll be paying for? How can I give better results and better value than everyone else who's offering this type of product or service that I'm considering offering? And once you start to explore, you're already starting to shift into an entrepreneurial mindset because you're thinking outside of the box. We've been programmed our whole lives that, get you a good job. Go to college, get you a good job, and then you'll be safe. Again, I speak about this a lot, but our safety mechanism, we have a built-in safety mechanism. Our subconscious mind wants to protect us. So we're gonna naturally gravitate to whatever's safe, whatever is the most safe landing spot for us. That's where we're gonna gravitate to naturally. It's up to you to say, no, we're gonna try something different, because the reward is in the difference. The reward is in taking that risk. The reward is in taking that leap. The reward is in doing something other than what you've been doing up to this point. Because if what you were doing up to this point has been working for you, you wouldn't even be watching this video right now. I know that for a fact, because I was in the same exact shoes you're in right now, searching, looking. Something has got to be better than this cubicle that I'm sitting in. I was in corporate world for 12 years. And so I know all about that. People think that a 9-to-5, well, at least that's guaranteed income. At least it's guaranteed check. Nothing's guaranteed. Like I said, I was in the corporate world for 12 years and I was laid off somewhere in the middle of that. And I ended up going back, because we're programmed that this is the safe route. And so when I had the opportunity to go back, I went instead of starting my own business, which I'm doing now. And I love it and it's working out. However, at the time that I was laid off, I ended up going back, programmed, doing that same old stuff, getting right back into trading my time, my valuable, precious time, and right back into trading that time for money. So instead of, punching that clock, instead of giving up all your time,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Then you have to change that around. You have to flip your mindset into, no, I'm going to offer value, and I'm going to offer so much value that people are asking me to give me money for more of my value, right? When you offer value that is so in-depth and so good, so valuable, the product, the service, whatever it is, will sell itself. You won't have to go door to door knocking on people's door. You won't have to, the product will sell itself. But you have to offer quality products, quality service, whatever you're in. And this, we're talking from e-commerce to construction, real estate, whatever it is that you want to do as far as your business idea or your business that you want to go into. You have to offer value. There's no way around it, because your success, if you have any, would be short-lived if your product is trash or if your service is trash. And that's just the hard truth, right? Now, another thing that you want to do in order to shift your mindset from an employee mindset to an entrepreneurial mindset is you want to change your environment. Now, this doesn't mean you have to move to a new city. Sometimes that will be good, but that's not what I mean. This doesn't mean that you have to, physically move to a new house. It doesn't mean any of that. What I mean by this is sometimes you have to change your environment, meaning the people that you surround yourself with, the things that you surround yourself with. If everyone in your circle has the employee mindset, then it'll be that much more difficult for you to get out of that mindset, because y'all in a circle just rubbing off on each other. Everything that this one does is rubbing off on the next one, and it's just rubbing off on each other. But if you get around some like-minded individuals, some entrepreneurs, sometimes you might have to get with entrepreneurs that aren't physically there with you, or just like-minded people that aren't physically there with you. I have mentors that have never met me. I have online mentors. I have long distance mentors. I just study their material. I study everything that they do. I study how they became successful. What did they do to become successful? What did they do to overcome certain obstacles that I'm going through right now? What did they do when they were at this point in their career, at this point in their business? What did they do at this time? You study that. And like I said, I have mentors that don't know me. Now, I have mentors that I physically do know. I have a lot of mentors. It doesn't mean, because I can already hear some of you with the excuse, well, I live in a rural town. I don't, know too many people, or everyone in my family, always had jobs. No one around me is an entrepreneur. And so that's why it's so hard for me. No, with the internet these days, there's no excuse. You can learn anything that you really want to learn. How bad do you want it? That's the real question. So again, you have to change your environment. You're going to have to surround yourself with people that are doing, have done, and have a track record of doing what exactly you want to do, right? So this is where you change your environment. It's not necessarily moving to a new city or a new neighborhood, or just moving out of your house, period, or getting a new spouse, or it's about changing your surroundings in regards to how you're being influenced. If you're being influenced by a lot of people that are employee minded, then it'll be very difficult for you to come up out of that mindset. That's just period. If you surround yourself with a bunch of squares, it's difficult to become a circle in that environment, right? So when you're trying to become an entrepreneur and get rid of that employee mindset and get into that entrepreneurial mindset, you have to realize, okay, you're the boss. You're in charge of how this goes. You have to hold yourself accountable, but you also have to put yourself out there to have others hold you accountable as well. Because a lot of us, we've been programmed for so long to have this employee mentality to where we don't do anything unless our boss is watching. We don't show up on time unless there's a chance that I get in trouble for coming late too many times. See, when you're an entrepreneur, you're the boss. Nobody's going to tell you showed up late. Nobody's going to tell you that you're slacking today. It's all on you. But the results speak for themselves. And so there's no saying. The good news is that you're the boss. The bad news is you're the boss, right? It's all on you at this point. And this is why a lot of people think that they are entrepreneur material. A lot of people think that they want to own their own business. The reality is most business owners don't make it, because A, they're not pursuing something that they absolutely love to do, and B, it's a lot more work than people anticipated. And this includes myself. There's a lot more work than I anticipated. The good news is I'm determined. I'm just not gonna give up. I gotta make it or make it. There is no other option for me, right? Plus I love what I do, right? I wanna help you. This is part of my whole plan. I want to be able to help you because that's helping me just within my soul by helping you, right? So you're the boss and you got to hold yourself accountable. You have to allow others to hold you accountable as well. And this includes putting yourself out there. Yes, this is what I'm doing. People are going to look at you crazy. People are going to, you know, be like, what in the heck is he doing? Like, that don't make sense, because people don't expect people to see your vision. But when you put it out there and you announce to the world, this is what I'm doing, now you out there, this holds you accountable. This should motivate you even more, especially when you get silly looks or you get little snide comments. What is he doing? And he always trying something. I know for me, this makes me want to do it even more, because it makes me want to just show that, yeah, I was right about that. Yes, this is the right thing to do. Now, it's not always going to be the right thing. You may have times where it doesn't work out, but that's the life of an entrepreneur. Those are the risks that you take. Nobody was successful in business without taking some risk. This is why everybody likes to get a 9-to-5 job and be an employee. The risks are minimal. The risks are minimal. You just going, clocking in, doing what they tell you to do, leaving, getting a paycheck. There's no creativity. There's nothing. You're doing what you're told like a robot. This is why people do it, because it's safe. Again, our natural mechanism is to go the safe route. But the reward is outside of safe, all right? So let me say that again. The reward is on the outside of safe, all right? Did you get any value out of that? I hope you did. And you know how I say, if you did get any value and you like this video, squeeze that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And hey, you still rocking with me at this point? You already know I appreciate you. Let's go.